Reality. I'm Farron. This is
Elisa.
Please like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Today we'll be recapping, talking the tea, the gossip, the drama, everything about Housewives of Potomac. We're about to go live.
Watch us now. Watch us now. Hey.
Welcome to Voices of Reality. Right?
I know we already said that in the intro, so we don't even got to do all of that now.
We're still working on the name. We're still working on the name. Was it Queen's Talking Reality? So we're going to be talking about Potomac Season 7, Episode 5.
The burn session.
It starts out with Ashley visiting Candice's home. I thought that was cute. I thought it was nice seeing them together. I think if they got along, they would actually have a really good friendship. Like Candice said, they have a lot of things in common. They're young, they're cute, and they both come from the pageant where I could really see them getting along, because I forgot that Ashley was the one that actually brought Candice into the group.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I thought it was Monique.
I was thinking the same thing. I didn't remember. Somebody did correct us in the previous episodes that we had online on the stream. Somebody did say it was Ashley. It wasn't Monique, because I was thinking, like, I couldn't remember which one of them was in the pageant world. I thought it was. I knew it had something to do with the pageant connection, and I thought it was Monique. I didn't realize it was Ashley.
Yeah, it was Ashley that brought her in. They talked about Chris not wanting to be around anymore, which is Candice's husband after the whole debacle with Giselle. He feels he doesn't want to really be around the group, which I get. I wouldn't want to be around the group.
I wouldn't want to either. My man better not want to be around them, like, after this episode. Yeah, but now I don't know who.
Apologize to Giselle. We don't want to see you no more.
Exactly. Stay out of my face. And my man's going to stay out of your face. Stay out of each other's face.
Yeah, so that's one. As she talks about going on a date, suppose she was dating some hockey player or some guy. No one really cares. I mean, Ashley seemed like she was a hoe anyway. She seemed like she was a hot ass. So
yeah, I mean, but like you said, I was surprised that they were together. Like I had to think to myself, was this like after she told Candice that her husband was a little bit like inviting her to his hotel, like supposedly? I was confused. Like they got over that real quick, if that was the case.
I don't remember. I can't remember now, but I don't remember Candice being that mad at Ashley when Ashley told her. Was she? I know she was mad at Giselle, but I can't remember how she reacted when.
But yeah, but I don't remember her like correcting. Like I remember it was whoever it was that told Ashley, like, Chris works at the W.
Robyn.
Like, yeah, so she was corrected by Robyn, but I just didn't see where it was like resolved with her and Candice. Like, did Candice say, "Girl, my man works there. He ain't looking at you. He don't want you. He don't want your friend. Like, what are you talking about?" Like, I didn't see any like resolution.
She said, Candice said she was going to give Ashley one benefit of the doubt token. Yeah, I think something happened to where they kind of like resolved it. And it was like, okay, don't bring it up again.
I think that is true. Like what Kai was saying, that it was kind of like, I'm going to give her a pass. We're going to let this slide. Get over it. Okay, whatever. He texts you. You know, it didn't mean nothing. Let's go. It's done.
Well, Candice did say he worked there and is rebranding the place. But yeah, maybe she was like, okay, let me explain. Don't get misconstrued. This is what happened. My man worked there. Now let's move on from it. So I think that's what happened with that until it was brought back again.
I guess, but coming over to my house and my man is there and you thinking that he wanted you, even if you did make that mistake, I would have still been like side-eyeing her. But I mean, that's good that Candice is giving her the benefit of the doubt, like she said.
Yeah, well. So then Candice said Ashley don't need old balls. We all know that. Nobody want old balls. Everybody want young balls. So she did mention that she's happy for what's her name, Ashley, and that Ashley needs to enjoy life. Then it goes to Maya and her husband. So this is where I felt there was a red flag with her husband said there's still a mystery about her health. Now, how the hell your husband think your own health is a mystery?
I guess because the test, supposedly the test didn't come back yet. And I think that's what he was like alluding to. Like, remember, she got a cancer scare and they were still waiting for the test. That's the way I took it. Like, it was. But to be honest, I heard like screaming kids in the background. I couldn't even focus on that scene. When I heard a lot of screaming kids in that scene.
Yeah, there was I don't know. These kids are on, I mean, my kids.
I had to fast forward through that. I was like, all these
loud, even Wendy's kid. I mean, they're young kids. They have a lot of cameras around. They probably don't even know.
They need to censor that out or do some better editing, because it was screaming. I was like, But
so Maya decides she's gonna invite the girls to Miami. And she's a little extra. When she talked about having sex with her husband at the beach, and everyone was watching, and she wanted to pop a puss on a handstand. You don't remember when Maya said that? Because she was saying, "Oh, I want to invite the girls to Miami." She's like, "Oh, the last time," and they showed a picture, I guess, when she met her husband in Miami, when they went. She's like,
when the screaming kids happened, I had to tune out. Like, so that might have been. That was the scene with the screaming kids, so I didn't see that part.
Oh, she mentioned about she wanted to pop a puss doing a handstand. So
okay, yeah, I didn't.
So Charise said, "Well, football has said he wanted her." Robyn told Candice he wanted her friend with her lying behind. Oh yeah, she did say that she thought that Chris wanted her friend. So how did Maya meet her husband? Because last year she said she met him at a strip club. She did say at the strip club.
Yeah.
She met at the strip club and went on vacation in Miami. But she said, I met him in Miami. I mean, Miami strip club. All right. So they showed Giselle and her daughter. They were getting petties and meddies.
Oh, I thought that was so sweet. That's one thing I appreciate about Giselle, and when she was on Carlos King, like she's really like into like spending time, and she's recognizing that her kids are getting older, and she's like cherishing those moments of like those last couple of years of their like teenage years and becoming adults. Like I appreciate that, like how she's like, I don't even want a man right now. I don't want to see anybody. I just want to dedicate this time to these last couple of years before my kids leave the house and become adults. Like, I thought that was like really like, I loved it.
Yeah, I think she's a great mom. I also like the friendship. Like, they'll tell her like it is. Like when she took the towel, like, oh, you're nasty. I like the friendship. I think they have a good friendship. I also feel like Giselle is going to be totally distraught when they leave that home.
Oh my God. She's already tearing up talking about it. Like that her kids are getting older and they're about to leave. Like, so I know. What'd you say?
She need to get a man or a dog. She don't have nothing else to see like going on.
I think that's what she's afraid of. Like, I just think like her house is going to be empty, and it seemed like she just dedicated her time to those, you know, her kids. But I'm sure she's going to get accustomed to it. But I know it got to be like, you know, I like that she's like recognizing that she needs to dedicate this time to them.
As a parent, you could dedicate time to your kids, but I think she needs to have her own life too. So when they do leave, that's not when you're trying to have all your own life. You can still have, you know, I think you should have both. Dedicate her whole life to her kids for 3 years, 2 years.
No, but I think when you recognizing that your kids are getting like, it's literally like, she tried to work it out with the father and it didn't work. So I just think, I know. And I think this time it's like, they literally like got 3 to 4 years left of living under her roof and turning into adult women. I think she's rather takes those 3 years that she has instead of like trying to find a man. She's dedicating it to those years like that with her kids because she's not married to the father. So to me, I applaud that she's like really
agree, but I just feel like after 3 years, you're older too. Now you're starting your whole life. At least have a balance. So when they leave, you already have your own life because you're starting.
But that's only 3 years. I can see if they were babies and it's like you have your own life. I think when they're babies and they're getting older, it's like that's 18 years that you're going to be dealing with this kid, the kids for 18 years. So it's like, yeah, you need to have a balance because you're going to be having, you got to dedicate the 18 years to your kid. But I think when it's only like 2 years left out of those 18, to me, it's like, what's 2 years? You're never going to have this time again with your kids.
I agree, but I feel like you can still have both. I mean, you can, depending on the person you're dating to. I mean, whatever works for her.
That's true. Maybe I'm just, yeah.
And she hasn't been in a relationship and had much for herself anyway. She's used to this. Seems like she doesn't have, she had her podcast with Robyn. She has no businesses that she promotes.
Yeah, but she was trying to work it out with the father. So I think all of those years that she's been with him, and then even when she's not with him, like I think for 2 years ago, she was trying to work it out with him, and then bam, the kids are like practically adults now. So it's like she's recognizing like, okay, like it didn't work out with the father. Now the kids are about to be adults in 2 more years. I'm gonna just dedicate these 2 years to my kids.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel, well, whatever works for her. That was what works for her. So be it. But when they're gone, she's going to be like, oh my God, I have nothing.
Yeah, and then that's when you go out. That's when you party. That's when you live life. I think this time you're never going to get this time back with your kids. Once they become adults, you're not going to get that time back. Like of seeing them and like cultivating like, you know, their like, you know, life and
she's only probably driving around to sports and social events and Kyra said, well, last year she left out he was married part. Yeah, that's Maya. She said he was married, husband, when she met in Miami.
Oh yeah.
Jupa said Maya said she met G at the strip club. I guess after they were already messing around, she was going to Miami with her friends, and G was married at the time. Went there to meet up with her. Oh, the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
The drama. I mean, Maya looked like she don't give a damn if he was married or not. So
yeah.
Now they show Robyn at a law firm. Okay, whatever. She's talked about her successful businesses, and I thought about you, and they showed her line, her hat line. I was like, they said successful.
And that's what we thought. It's 2 businesses. She's making money. Like obviously, she's making money.
Anywho, I still stand by what I said. That have business ain't making any money. And she said she didn't want really to get any of that, which I agree. She worked hard. She got those businesses on her own. He shouldn't get anything.
I don't agree with that. But I mean, listen, I'm all for, if it were me, I would want to keep my money too, especially if we get in a divorce. But like I said in our other episode, I just think it is worth something if he's helping out in some kind of capacity. Like if he's playing some role, like whatever kind of role it is, if it's taking care of the kids, if he's trying to, you know, making decisions with you, with the business, to me, that's, if I was him and we get in a divorce, no, I need some of that money because I helped you get to where you at. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this business. So I would want a piece of that pie.
So do you, I don't know their marriage, I don't know their issue, but he don't look like he really helped her that much to get to where she was.
Maybe not. You're right about that, because I don't think he did either. It seemed like she's very like independent. He's into his coaching, basketball, all that. She's like a kind of like a single mother, married single mother, taking care of the kids and holding down her house and, you know, whatever. But I'm just saying, just in case he did, I don't know, when she was doing these businesses, maybe he contributed something. And so I'm just saying if he did.
Yeah, I see. We saw on TV how Candice's husband contributed to her somewhat success. Now, if her album went double platinum, or then I see, because he was manager and you see it, but I don't remember seeing Juan packaging. Maybe I did, and I don't remember. Comment, let us know. Did you see him packaging them caps? Did you see him trying to sell them? I don't know.
Was he taking care of the kids? Was he bringing them, shuffling them to school back and forth while she taking care of the business? I'm just saying there could be other roles that he could have played to help her elevate herself in that business. I'm just saying, if that were me, I would speak about it. Like if I were him, I would be like, girl, I helped you like with that. Like, stop. I want a piece of what I contribute. Because that's what it's all about. That's why they consider it marital assets, because there's some kind of role that I think each of them play when you gaining these things during the marriage. So I don't know. To me, but I get what she's saying. But to me, she was more so focused on, oh, infidelity clause. Like, to me, it's like a divorce is a divorce. Like, what difference does it make what the circumstances are?
Those stupid clauses are done. If you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat.
Exactly.
But, like, oh, if he cheats, he has to give me $50,000. Oh, you have to cheat. Oh, please. He could divorce you and then just be with whoever he wants to.
And if we have I'm not pronouncing that right. Irreconcilable differences. Does that mean that, we getting a divorce, we both agreeing on a divorce, so he can take half if it's not infidelity? So if it's something else, then he's entitled to half. It's only if it's infidelity, he's not entitled to anything. I just think it's stupid. If we get a divorce, that means that, we're going our separate ways. I wouldn't want you having my money under any circumstance.
Well, I think first because he cheated on her before. So she probably wants to put a clause like, oh, if he cheats on me, he has to give me this. That's what it normally is. Or if he
don't seem to have, but why would he need to give her something? He don't have money.
Well, we don't know. He might have something, or she gets something out of it.
To me, I took it like she got the money, and she's saying that if she does have to give him something, she wants to make sure he gets nothing with the infidelity clause in it. That's what I took from it. Like, if he is entitled to say 50%, if he does something that's like outside of marriage, that he gets zero, then he's not going to get 50%.
Why the hell's Robyn getting married? The whole thing is dumb. You lived with the man before. You got married before it didn't work out. Why? What's the point of getting married?
Yeah.
You have your own business. You're worried about him taking half. Your kids are grown enough. They know you probably know you're not married. Like, I don't know if they have different last names, but it doesn't make any sense to even talk about marriage at this point.
Yeah, I don't think he's even into it. Like, I just think it's like, okay, we're living together. What'd you say?
Neither one of them is into it.
Yeah, you might as well just, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just stay in the same house. And, what do they call it? What's the term for when you're not married and when you like living together for more than 7 years? It's
common term for it.
Yes, it's common law. So just, they got kids together. Yes, same thing.
I wouldn't get married. So they show Karen, Ashley, and Wendy, they're flower pinking. Again, Wendy goes back about the whole thing about what Robyn not inviting her. And she then decides to have this burning session. And she's going to send them a group chat. But then Ashley feels, oh, Robyn should get her own chat. Her own text, kind of like inviting her and telling her, just kind of gave her like this message that should be sent out. And Wendy's like, I'm not saying anything. I mean, she should be lucky I'm even inviting her. I agree with Wendy. I'm not sending special text.
I mean, I would be like Wendy too, but I get why Ashley is trying to play like, mediator. Like, it's like be the bigger person and make it softer for her to make her feel all warm and fuzzy inside. I think Ashley's just trying to be like a mediator to make it better.
This is the thing I don't understand about Wendy. Now, when we look back last season, she taught Giselle and Robyn a new one. Mm-hmm. The whole argument, you talked about women's fake relationship. At the time, they had shown Wendy and Robyn, like they were getting to know each other. The kids were together. They showed them a person on a block in the park. You attacked Robyn. You attacked Giselle. What makes you think they're gonna forgive and forget, and all of a sudden be like, "Oh yeah, hi"? And again, this is a show. This is work for them. After that was aired, they probably didn't talk to each other. During the reunion, they were snapping at each other. What makes you think now we're shooting? We're now all back at work. I'm supposed to be buddy with you. The one thing I like about Robyn, she's not fake with that. I don't like you. I don't need to like you. I'm going to continue telling you I don't like you. So stop trying to kiss my ass because I don't like you.
But I think that is what it is. If somebody is trying to kiss my ass, I would kind of be like, okay, let me see what they have to say. Because I'm a forgiving person. Like, I think that was her way of trying to, it could have been, it didn't end up like that, but it could have been her way of trying to extend an olive branch.
Wendy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Robyn is still feeling a type of way because she approached her with the whole Maya stuff. Like, oh, who said that? What y'all said? You remember how she came at her and Giselle?
Mm-hmm.
The introduction to each other was not the best either. The first encounter, it looks like. But I would feel the same way that Robyn feels.
But like, if you call me up and you invited me to a burn session and you're telling me it's to air out all about differences and take accountability, to me, I'll be like, oh, okay, she's trying to like, extend the olive branch. She's trying to maybe apologize, take accountability for something. To me, I would have positive like intentions, and I would think you have positive intentions. Like, so I would come if I would think that was your olive branch to me.
I wouldn't talk to you. I would come because I have to make a scene. I'm getting paid to be there. Yeah. But I would not talk to you because if you totally embarrassed me in national television and I didn't get a comeback, because remember Giselle and what's her name, Robyn didn't really come at Wendy. Wendy won that battle. Mm-hmm. She read them for filth.
I know, and that is exactly why I would come, because I would want to either see A, if she's giving me an apology, B, if she's not, then I'm gonna tear her a new asshole.
No, I would go to tear an asshole. I wouldn't talk to her.
Yeah, but if she's giving me an apology, I would want her to say it on national TV, give me the apology, tell me why you're wrong, and then I would make sure I dig into it to make sure she kind of like is on bended knee with the apology. Like I would want to make sure like she knows what she's apologizing for, why, like, and I would get it all out. Like I would want to know, I would go just to be like, see what she's all about. I would definitely want to go.
I don't remember, again, my memory's kind of foggy from last season. I don't think Wendy was wrong for attacking them. For some reason, I don't remember I think I was on Wendy's side. I can't remember now why she said what she said to them, but I don't think Wendy at that time was wrong, and I don't feel like she's remorseful of it.
I don't think she's remorseful either, but I do think she attacked Robyn when Robyn really didn't have nothing to do. Like, I think that's why Robyn is not over it. Like, I think Robyn is still holding a grudge over it, more so than Giselle. Like, Robyn is upset that she's like, you don't even have a relationship. Like, she basically just like degraded her relationship with Juan. So yeah, to me,
all up on Giselle's behind, she felt like, look, I got to take both of you down. Because she was against siding with Giselle. And Robyn is
that moment, she wasn't even saying anything. She wasn't saying much. It was just like, I guess the allegations about the cheating of Wendy's husband, and I think Wendy was upset about that. And
they showed that clip.
Yeah, so I think that's where Wendy's anger was coming from. But I don't think Wendy was wrong for defending herself. I do think she got upset because Robyn was asking her questions about her surgery. And I think that's where it stemmed from, because Robyn started questioning her about like why, like we see a sudden change. And I don't think anything is wrong with asking that. Like, why are you like all of a sudden you got these big boobs? And Carlos King even asked her those questions. Like, and I mean, Wendy did have a good response for it. So that's what I'm saying. I think it was rightly so for, like, I would ask the same thing if I was a friend. Like, why are you getting like, it's a sudden change? Like, you look beautiful, but you were so polished. You're a professor. You're so like tight and buttoned up. Like now all of a sudden you got these big breasts. You got a whole body makeover. You like flaunting it. Like it's the right question. Why can't I ask that? And Carlos asked the same thing. And not only did he ask, I think that we all got a better understanding of why Wendy did get a makeover.
Well, I don't remember. She said she's got a mommy makeover because she didn't like the way she looked after she had her kids.
No, she was more so saying that all her life, like because she has African, she has African parents, she felt like all her life she wanted to cater to them. She didn't like do what she wanted to do in her life. It was like she tried to become a lawyer because her parents wanted her to become a lawyer. She failed the bar. So it was like, okay, now I'm gonna become a professor and maybe that'll make my parents happy. So she said she got the degrees, passed all the, tests and did everything that she did. Now she became a professor. She had the 2 boys. Then she ended up having a 3rd kid because she knew success is having like a boy and a girl. So she said she finally got the girl. So she's like, I got everything that my parents wanted. So she's like, now I want to do what I want to do. Now I'm going to just live my life. So that's why, and it was like, oh, okay, wow, I get a better understanding of her now and why she's getting the surgeries and why she's like, coming into herself now. So I was like, okay, so why is that wrong for Robyn to ask? She could have said that to Robyn, but she took, I guess the way Robyn said it, I guess it's all about the delivery.
Yeah, because they tied it into, she's doing all this because her husband's cheating. Mm-hmm. And Wendy was extra. I mean, you could have your surgery, but everything was just her boob exposed. Like she went from professor to just being a video vixen.
Exactly. And it was like a sudden change, and Robyn was questioning it. And then it was the same time, it was Giselle with the allegations about her husband could be cheating and stuff like that. So I just think she kind of just overreact. I just think Wendy overreacted to me.
Yeah, Kyra said the makeover was a mommy, and the businesses are her trying to do her own thing. Gizzard and Rob jumped to her being insecure, loose, and her husband cheating and having a side baby. Yeah. Oh, remember the side baby too.
Okay, it was in the news. It was in the media. Like, why can't I ask that? Like, I don't understand. Like, why? What is we on? Listen, if we trying to get a check and we trying to make this show interesting, I'm bringing the allegations on TV. Especially if they're not friends. I'm bringing it on TV.
True. So Duplass said that was a lie too. I'm almost positive her mother wanted surgery and wanted Wendy and her sister to pay. Wendy's mother wanted surgery?
Wendy's mom wanted Wendy to have surgery?
She said that was a lie too. I'm almost positive her mother wanted surgery and wanted Wendy and her sister to pay. I didn't know Wendy's mother wanted surgery?
Yeah, I don't know. The way
she said Kai said it was a blog that Robyn even said were all lies and had ties with Wendy. Yes, Robyn did say that. Robyn did say she didn't believe any of the lies that Wendy's husband was cheating.
Okay, whether it was lies or not, why can't we discuss it? Like, do we gotta act like it doesn't exist? Like, no, I'm bringing it on the show. This is what we get paid for. I'm bringing it on the show, and we can discuss it as a group. Like, okay, whether it's lies or not, talk about it. But she got so defensive. I think the part that made it worse when Wendy got so defensive and started going on attack with Robyn and Giselle is Robyn and Giselle didn't really say anything back. I would have said something back to the bitch.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I think they were more in shock.
Yeah, and I think now Robyn is trying to respond and retaliate for what Wendy said to her last season, but I think she should have said it in that moment. And I get it. Like, sometimes you don't react in the moment, but I just think Robyn is carrying a grudge from that moment. She's not letting go of that.
More so than Giselle.
Huh?
More so than Giselle, it looked like.
Yeah, I think Robyn is definitely, Giselle is like, whatever. I think Robyn is more hurt about that comments.
Because it's probably true. So next scene was Candice, her husband, and her sister. Candice said she said that Trina's going to be, I was like, Trina's going to be doing her album with her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's not me. You have your sister. I mean, it's me, but maybe, I don't know. Her sister lives in that house. I said that little outfit was a little bit too revealing.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, Chris, and he's the one that got he's too, like, all over the place, sloppy, flirting.
His sister's attractive. So I'm like, I mean, I don't have any sisters, but I don't know if I'll be okay with my sister parading herself around the house and lives there all the time. My husband had to see her.
I don't think I would even entertain my sister. Like you said, I don't have sisters either. I'm gonna say a friend. And I did have a friend that did that too. Like, she let her best friend move in with her husband there. And I remember she came to my house for the weekend, and I remember asking her about it, and I was just amazed. Like, I was like, wow, you left, because she lived like somewhere else out of state, and she came to visit me for the weekend. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, like, you really trust your husband, like, they together, without you there? And then she was like, oh, you must have had something happen to you in your lifetime. And you must have been hurt. And I was like, no, I haven't been. That never happened. Like, I remember asking her, and I just wanted to get an answer, like, you feel okay? And her reaction was like, oh, I must have been hurt for me to even think that way. No, it's reality. A man is a man. Like, and a woman is a woman, like, and you're here and they're there. Like, you don't have, you trust them that much? That's amazing.
They were screwing around the same time she was talking to you about it.
I'm not gonna say that in case she's watching. Girl, I don't believe that.
Well, I'm saying I don't know her, but she's an idiot.
I don't think so. But I just was like, girl, you let her move in and you coming here for the weekend? I just thought that was like, wow to me. But then she made me think, like, do I have trust issues? But I think that's any relationship. Like, you're going to really leave and have your girlfriend living there with you and you're going away for the weekend?
She's stupid. Now, your sister, you could, if you, depending on the relationship, you have a sister, you could trust. A friend, I don't know about no friend.
I don't know about a sister or a friend.
Well, I don't have any siblings. I mean, I don't know about a friend.
No, I'm not doing a sister. Or, I mean, I don't know if my sister was like on the streets or something, maybe. If it was like a dire situation, but I would not be happy about it. But
okay. So I'm not the only one that felt that. I was like, her sister, and I see her little tank top. I'm like, you had a sister. I'd be like, girl, you need to cover up when you're in this house wearing granny pajamas.
Due Process said, I trust my sisters and my BFF. I trust them too, but you just don't know about your man. Like, you trust them. You trust them both. You trust your man that much. You trust your husband. I just don't know that chemistry together, that combustion. I don't know.
I don't think maybe one night, maybe a couple of days. I had friends stay over when I was married at the time in my house. Like, I'm staying for a week. That's fine. But to live with me, oh no.
And to leave, would you leave for the weekend and they live and your friend or your sister's there? Like, you would be okay with that?
No.
Or is it just me?
No, I wouldn't be okay. And it has nothing to do with trust. I don't know if it's trust or not, but no. Why? What's the point?
Because you're going to go away. You want to go visit. You're going away to visit your family in another state.
Well, one of them is coming with me.
See, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
With me.
I'm gonna be like her, girl. You got trust issues. That's what she said to me.
I mean, I wouldn't even put myself in that situation to have my friend live with me unless something.
No, but you don't have to be in that situation. She could be in a kicked out. She's on the street. Something happens, and she can't.
Well, I mean, if I'm the last person she could live with, but I wouldn't leave them in the house by myself, by themselves. If I'm going away with somebody, that's how I feel about it.
Me too. I'm the same way. I feel you. Due Process is like, I trust my sisters and my BFF. My BFF is closer than my siblings, and we've known each other since first grade. My homegirl would bust his ass.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't trust. I mean, I have a friend now. Would I trust with my boyfriend? Yeah, but I would trust her. I don't know. I guess I have to be in the situation to see how
See, the thing is, I trust them. Like, I trust my friends. I do. I trust them. But I'm just saying, you just don't know about like situations that it's just like with the Giselle situation. Like, if something happens and you feel uncomfortable or he makes you feel uncomfortable, I just wouldn't want it to, like, I would want to avoid any uncomfortabilities or any type of situations. Let's just avoid anything altogether. We drinking. My friend and her husband and her best friend, they smoke, they drink. Like, she doesn't smoke like that. They smoke like a chimney, weed. They get, they get nice. They drinking, and you away, you here. And these elements is too much. Too many variables.
The only person I'll leave with my boyfriend for the week is my mother.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I trust my friends. I always say that to one of my other girlfriends. We always get into arguing about that because she say I have trust issues, whatever. I'm a preventative type person. I like to look ahead.
Exactly.
And avoid situations.
So the next scene was Wendy and Ashley. They were headed to this burn session. And they were just talking about heading there. Wendy talked about her mother being in the hospital and she had kidney stones. Nothing of importance. Mm-hmm. The other ladies were in the Sprinter, Giselle and Robyn. So now they all go into this burn session. Robyn and Giselle walked in, basically didn't really greet Wendy. They didn't greet Wendy, and then they all decided to sit at the table. Wendy kind of told them what the burn session was about, where they would go around talking about each other and say something positive, or maybe saying something that they had, what issue they had with the person, and burn the paper. So Wendy decided, let's start first with me.
I thought that was cool. Like, she should have done that. It was the right thing to do.
Yeah. So they started out with Ashley said something nice. Candice said something nice. what's her name? The Grand Dame said something nice, and then here goes Mia.
Yeah, she was like digging up, like just trying to fish for anything, trying to make herself relevant.
What is the issue with Mia and Wendy? That's what was my question.
I think she was digging up old stuff. She said that she had a wall up and she was like aggressive. Or what did she say? She was
condescending.
Oh yeah, condescending is the word.
So that's what they all said, and Wendy did take a kind of bill that, oh yeah, you know, sometimes I could be condescending.
Yeah.
And Robyn, then they went to Robyn, and Robyn said she didn't really have much to say, and she's like all oil and water, and she's okay with it. And I respected Robyn for that. Like, look, I don't like you don't like me. We're not gonna get along. That's it. Just leave it alone. But Wendy wanted to dive a little bit deeper into it, to where it led to. Then Robyn was like, "Oh, you made it seem like I was a thug." Because you
I do think if we had a burn session and the whole point of it is taking accountability for whatever the issue is, I would, like, you're here, like, let's talk about the issue that you have. Like, I get what Robyn is saying, like, yeah, she wants to, like, she respects that they don't get along, whatever, but let's talk about it. Why don't we get along? This is what this session is about. So
I agree.
Yeah, so like you said, basically Wendy kind of brought it out of her.
Yeah, and she mentioned that, oh, you made it seem like I was a thug and you had to hold me back. And Robyn denied that she stood up and was kind of like coming at Wendy. And Wendy basically said, yeah, that's what happened because Charise had to hold you back. Robyn denies the whole thing, calls Charise, and Charise, when Robyn asked, oh, did you have to hold me back with Wendy? Charise paused and then said no. Flash, you know the cameraman. The cameraman, go back. Then you see Robyn and you see Charise holding her back. I'm like, why would Robyn lie? Maybe she was that drunk. Why would Charise lie?
With 10 hands. It's like she's holding her back.
And I'm not going to get me in because Wendy's like, oh, maybe you were drunk. But I'm thinking that this was already planned before. Or do you think she just happened to call Charise? I'm thinking this was already planned. Like Robyn already came knowing that she was going to call Charise and Charise was going to lie. Because why would Charise lie?
I don't think it was planned. I think that was Charise's way. I would probably lie too for my friend. Like if you call me and be like, girl, I'm gonna have your back. Like that's gonna be automatic. Like if you call me and you my girl and you calling me with the nemesis or whoever, if I'm not cool with them and you call me and you be like, girl, did I do this? I'm gonna say what you want me to say.
Yeah, but my whole thing is I don't know if Wendy, if Charise knew. Like I didn't know when she called Charise. Let's say somebody called me, like, girl, was I holding Wendy back were you holding me back? I don't know what's happening that time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm going to make sure, I'm not going to paint you out to be some big old bully. I'm going to be like, when you be like, did you have to hold me back? Did you have to hold me back? I would be like, no, I didn't. You good. Like, no, you was fine. You innocent. You was like Little Red Riding Hood. No.
Well, I don't know. I'm not that friend. Don't call me on no FaceTime because I'm like, girl,
I would go with the flow. You call me, you can count on me. I'm gonna have your back, girl.
But I wouldn't know. I'm one of those, sometimes those ditzy moments. I wouldn't know what you're calling me back.
You gotta get with it in case I have to call you and be like, girl, I was with you, right?
Well, maybe that way. Then I'm like, oh yeah, you were. But with that situation, that situation, if I was Charise, I wouldn't know she was calling me for me to lie. Because Charise paused. So I don't know if Rob was like, right, Charise, I don't remember the scene. Was there code to where Charise knew she had a lie?
No, Charise probably thought about it for a second, like, what is going on here? What I think in that split second. Paused. Yeah, that's what it would be registering with me too. Like, oh shit, what she want me? She put me on the spot. Like, is somebody there? Oh no, girl, I didn't have to hold you back. You good? You was good, girl. Like, I would know. Like, okay, it would dawn on me, and I would try to make the right decision. And obviously, I think Charise was trying to have her back, and she did. Like, I think without even like hesitating. Like, she did hesitate, but I think she thought about it for a split second, and it was instantly, I'm gonna have my friend's back. She's not gonna have. She don't know Wendy. Wendy's like a newbie.
True. I mean, I guess the way she worded, I don't know what she said. Oh, did you have to hold me back with Maybe she knew because when Robyn called her, Robyn was already upset, so she probably already knew that, okay, I have
I'm sure she knew that, and maybe she knew they was going to the burn session. She probably knew they was going to some burn session. She probably knew they was all there. And if you was to call me, I'm going to stand up to the occasion, like, and I'm gonna have your back. Like, so I just think that's what Candice was doing, and I guess they didn't realize. I mean, Charise was doing, and I guess they didn't realize that how the editors get down, because they will rewind it back and catch you right in your lie, and that's exactly what they did.
I don't know why they didn't think they were going to be caught on camera, because the cameras were right there rolling with Candice and everything else that was going on. So I don't know what made them think they could lie. That was like a big part of wanting to get on film to aid the competition.
I think Robyn didn't realize, though, because sometimes you don't. I don't think Robyn's intention was to attack or to be aggressive or anything. I think the way Wendy said it, like, oh, you think she's a liar or whatever, you need to stand 10 toes down on it. And Robyn was like, I am standing 10 toes down. And then she got up on her 10 toes. And then she was like, I am, but I don't think she meant it like, what's up? Like, I don't think she meant it in an aggressive way. I think she meant it like, I'm standing 10 toes down. What? But then she did start walking in her direction. Don't walk up on me. Like, don't do that. So I think that's the way, like, where it started to become aggressive. She started walking with the 10 toes down. So I just think, in Robyn's defense, I don't think she realized that she was walking toward her. I think her intention was, I'm standing 10 toes down on what I said. What? So I just don't think she's purposely lying.
That Charise didn't have to hold her back?
Yeah, I think she don't remember it. I don't think she really, her intention was to be aggressive. So I think the way she's saying, like, Wendy, you trying to paint me out to be some aggressive bully when that wasn't what it was. Like, I stood 10 toes down because you told me to stand 10 toes down.
Well, Robyn's been aggressive before. This is not Robyn's first. Hey, this is not her first time. Remember, then I saw it when they showed other episodes when she had Monique, she had the umbrella, the time when she was in Ashley's face. So this is not her
they
first
did
time
rewind it back. Mm-hmm.
So with that, Wendy sat down, which I'm sitting down. Somebody's approaching me, standing up. I'm standing up too. So that give Wendy that.
Yeah.
You mean seated. But I don't think her intent was to hit Wendy. And again,
that's what I'm saying.
They didn't really show what Wendy said to Ashley. I think they kind of just showed a little bit of it.
Actually, what she said to
what
Robyn?
Wendy said to Ashley. No, said to Ashley, because they showed it back, like, oh, you told Ashley.
Oh, that moment. Okay, the flashback.
So, I don't know. She's like, oh my gosh, she tried to beat me. She tried to fight me. I don't know what she said to Ashley.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it was. So due process says when Charise didn't really need to hold Robyn back. She just put her hand up. I think she did that to diffuse the situation so Wendy wouldn't stand up. Exactly. Robyn did it for the dramatics, not to fight. Yeah, I don't think she was going to fight. But I think Wendy made it seem like, oh, yeah, she's about to hit me. She's about to punch me. She's about to fight me.
Well, if you coming toward me and you yelling and you talking about I am standing up and you come and you walking toward me, it's going to be a situation because I'm standing up and I don't know what you're about to do. I'm not in your body. I'm not in your mind. You're getting up and you're walking toward me talking about I'm standing 10 toes down. What? And you coming toward me. To me, that I would take it as aggression too. I don't blame Wendy, but I don't believe that was Robyn's intention. But if I'm in Wendy's place, that could turn into something easy if you're walking toward me. And on top of that, somebody stood up and holding you back and you still trying to go over to that person, like you trying to get past that person. I would take it. That is aggressive. And it goes back to when I was talking to you about the Basketball Wives situation with OG, and she was saying that there's a light skin, dark skin kind of like thing with this. There's some colorism there. I do believe that it has a lot to do with, like, they not trying to say Robyn is aggressive, maybe because she's light skinned. Oh, she's not aggressive. But if Wendy acted that way and she started walking toward her, getting up, yeah, I'm standing 10 toes down. What? I think just like with Monique, why is it aggression when other people do these things when they happen to be dark skinned? Yeah. Why is it aggression when they do it, but then when Robyn does it, that's not considered aggression? Why? And I do think it could have something to do with, there might be truth there with that colorism thing.
Interesting. I didn't think of it. I heard talks about the colorism thing. But then I don't know if I saw this on YouTube, but they did show Robyn being aggressive other seasons. And they said, other than Monique, the most aggressive person on that show has been Robyn.
Yeah, I think she do. I think she has been aggressive, and they kind of like overlooking it all of this time. Like, I just think, and I don't know, the colorism thing, no one's talked about it. No one's acted like how they acted with Monique and Candice and doubling down on them about the way that they acting. I didn't even realize that Robyn was had these aggression like things going on within these seasons a lot. I didn't even realize it.
Well, I think with Robyn, the one thing, well, I was gonna say she hasn't gotten physical, but with Ashley, she did. She was like really in her face. She had another issue with the umbrella of Monique, but I think with Candice, Monique actually put hands on Candice, and Candice was throwing food at Mia. So with Robyn, I think they're thinking it's more like she's yelling. I don't know. I feel like with Robyn, they don't really touch base on that because people are like, Robyn ain't gonna do nothing. I don't think anybody really thinks.
Oh no, yeah. Why? Because she light skinned, she can't do nothing. I don't know.
No, people
they looking at her like, oh, delicate. She ain't gonna do nothing because she light skinned.
So you think it's a colorist thing happening?
Yeah, I think there could be some truth to that. Absolutely. Why people believe, like you said, I don't think you like I think a lot is subconscious. Like I think we think like, you know, Wendy might do something, Monique might do something, you know, Candice might do something, but why isn't Giselle or, you know, Robyn may not do anything? Like I just think there could be some truth there.
So Dupas said Wendy wasn't worried or she would have stood up. Yeah, Wendy didn't look like she was worried about. But then again, why wasn't she worried about Robyn?
But Charise stood up immediately. Charise stood up and then she did. And the question was, getting back to what we were saying about when she called Charise, the question was, did you have to put a finger on me? And Charise said no. So no, it doesn't matter what, you know, Robyn's intentions were. The question was, did you have to put a finger on me? And the answer was yes, but Charise did lie and say no. And Robyn was lying too. But like I said, I don't think Robyn was intentionally lying. I do believe that she didn't remember and she didn't mean to be like aggressive. I don't think she was gonna put any hands and feet on her.
She probably doesn't remember. I'm sure he's doing it.
I think that's what it would boil down to. Because the way that Robyn was so adamant about it, like, I would never, I didn't do nothing. I didn't try. No one put hands in nothing. Like, she knows it's tape recorded. Like, I just think that she didn't realize that it could come off as aggressive. If I was Wendy, I would also look at it the same way. That is aggression.
Yeah, I think that's what Robyn probably thought. It probably was thinking that, probably didn't even realize that Charise was holding her back.
Yeah, I don't think she realized it because she was so upset and trying to respond and yeah, I am standing 10 toes down, what? And all of that. Like, I don't think she even realized that she was being held back and that Charise stood up. And I do think Charise did the right thing. Like, if somebody, even if Robyn didn't mean to get aggressive, like that could come off as aggression. And you don't know what Wendy may swing thinking that she coming at her. Like, some people don't like their personal space invaded. Like, so you may automatically just swing on a person. So it was good that Charise did stand up, no matter what Robyn's intentions was. Back up. Like, do not come into my personal space when you're angry.
True. So she's a good friend. So now they go into what's her name? Giselle telling how she feels. Basically same thing. She felt, you know, she didn't like what Wendy said to her. So that's why she's not feeling Wendy. Robyn gets all upset and walks out.
Yeah, I hate that part. Like, I hate when people walk out of a situation. Like, no, let's talk about it.
So now we go into Ashley. Ashley, I think that's when Ashley was talking about Candice, like it was her turn. And she mentioned that there was a party and a friend of hers said Chris was flirting with her a little. Now, when she said, oh, yeah, my phone's at party and said he was being a little flirty. I like the word a little flirty. Like, either he was flirting or he wasn't.
No, but you try to make light of it, though. You don't want to go all the way. Like, when you telling the story to, like, the wife, I'm gonna try to like put a little like, do a little damage control. I'm not gonna go all the way hard with it.
Okay, and then Candice said why Ashley wants to take her. Oh, she was like, well, why would you talk to me like this? When I found out about with Michael, I told you this privately, which I agree. Candice did deliver the news to Ashley the proper way. So she's saying, why would you do that here? And you saw me at my house. She's like, oh no, I found that about after. She's like, well, why would you want to talk about it here in a public setting instead of talking to me privately about it? Candice gets mad, and then Ashley said something like, oh, now, like, it doesn't feel too good now, does it? So then Candice says Ashley's very vindictive and basically want to go for her head. And I agree, because Ashley made it seem like, aha, I got you now, look at you. Like, I felt like she was kind of like happy in a way that, oh yeah, look at this, look at what dirt I have about Chris.
I think so too. I do think she was like getting little thrills out of it. Like she wanted, like, because it's like now the shoe's on the other foot. Like it's like kind of like, and she did admit it. Like, I mean, they was all making fun of her situation. So I don't know. I might feel the same way too. Like if it happens, you was making fun of me. You had a lot to say when it was me in my situation. Now what? Now look at you. So I probably would say the same thing.
The part that made me laugh was when Ashley was like, oh, even Mia said Michael, Chris was looking at her like, she's like, what? It's like, well, not in a sexual way. Like, I'm like, how do you piggyback off it? Like, not piggyback, but you pull back off and say he wasn't looking in a sexual way. Like, why even mention if a guy's looking at you, but not in a sexual way, why are you telling everybody he's staring at you?
Yeah, exactly. What kind of way is it in?
Huh?
What kind of way would it be in? Like, if he's looking at you, if it's not sexual, how was he looking at you?
Exactly. Till where they showed it back again, the man did not even stare her one time.
That's gonna vindicate him all the way with that Mia situation. It's like, girl, he wasn't even looking at you. And maybe she was trying to get his attention and he was standing right there. Maybe she just, in her mind, he has to be looking at me. Like, and he wasn't at all. And I love that part. Like, I'm glad like they caught that. Like, stop overfeeling yourself, girl. Nobody was looking at you. He might have been in your vicinity, but he wasn't even looking at you.
I mean, again, he would be a tug, because I think out of all the husbands, he is probably the most attractive out of all of them. I can't remember. Yeah. So I think
Juan. Juan.
I don't like Juan's person. I thought he was attractive, but something about him now. I don't know if it's the bald spot or something.
You do need to shave that or do some kind of fur, like spray fur.
Person's more cool. I like Chris. He's cool. He looks a little.
Yeah, he is. I like him too. I like Chris and
swag. Juan, no. Even if he's
Juan got some swag. I just think he's just done with that relationship. I don't think he's into Robyn like that. To me, I don't get that. He's like, I think if he showed the love and affection, but he just seemed like over her. Like, I don't see any love between them.
Friends.
Yeah, so I don't see that part. I think I would feel a little something if I saw like him, like,
being loving,
gushing over her or like showing some type of affection. Like, you've never seen him into her at all. If anything, he's like, I can't wait to get out of this marriage. When they caught him, when he had that hot mic moment, I think he was talking to, I don't know if he was talking to a female or whoever he was talking to like seasons ago. And he was like, I'm getting sick of this woman or something like that, he said. You don't remember that one? That episode?
I don't remember what he said. It was something where he thought he was mic'd up.
And he was in like a closet or something on a room, and he was like, I'm sick of this woman, or I can't wait to get out of this marriage. He was done. And I still think
he says I'm sick over this relationship or something to that effect.
He still feels that way.
He's right with her for money.
And then I think he referred to I'm in this for the boys. Like, it was something like that. And to me, I still believe that he's that type of dad. Like, I do think he's like a boy's dad. Like, he's a coach. Like, that's his thing. Like, he wants to be, he's there for his boys. That's what I think.
I agree. And as she dropped the bomb, she said Chris has been in other people's DM, not as innocent as hers. And it ends without showing what's coming up next episode.
It did, right? I do. That's what I'm saying. I remember seeing this all over. The preview is all over like social media with, and right after that, they all like disperse, and then Candice calls Giselle over in a separate room, and then that's when she wants to talk about what Chris said and how Chris said that you are the one who wanted him to come into the room. And then that's when I like that part, because I like I'm on Giselle. I'm team Giselle with this situation. But I do like the way Giselle handled it. And we'll talk about that next episode because it didn't air yet. But I do like the way Giselle handled it, because it was like, you could tell Candice is so bothered by this. She's making it into episodes. Like, it could have been done and over with, but it's Candice like making it into a situation, like with the whole like, he didn't say that, this is what happened, you wasn't even there, like why are you coming to me? Bring your man and then we'll talk about it. And then when he say 99%, you're not even sure. Like, so to me it's just like I'm team Giselle on this.
I'm not definitely. I like Giselle, so I don't know where I'm going with this. She said, Kyra said, yeah, there's a 6-minute preview clip. Well, yeah, let's watch the whole damn episode.
That's what I said when I was like, they're showing a whole like clip of this. But like I said, they showed like that whole scene where Candice approaches Giselle and they sit down and talk about it. And Giselle was like, at this point, Giselle was like, whatever. Like, if that's what you want to believe, then believe it. That's your man. You got to deal with him. I'm good. And then she was like, okay. And then she walked off. And then Candice was there with the triangle tissue and then patting her eyes. And that was where it ended.
Yeah, so that was the end of that episode. Ashley dropping the bomb. I'm curious to see next episode what she actually has to say. Or does it make sense what she has to say? Because now she's saying Chris has been other people's DM is not as innocent as hers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much I believe.
And Candice is having her man's back. She's going all the way. Like, she don't even talk to him. She just having, and I guess that's the way wives are supposed. I'm not married, so I've never been, and I don't think I would ever be all the way cheering on my man and defending him without even speaking to him. I would get him on the phone and get his ass here too. We need to talk about this.
I mean, what I would handle it, let them hear like, okay, girl. And then I would rip a new one off camera and I would have him apologize and make sure this story is only one episode.
Yeah, exactly. I would not she's dragging this on and making it into a situation.
And moving forward, I don't want to see you in any episode but the reunion.
I don't know about that. I ain't messing up my money.
Well, anywhere the women are involved. Maybe they could do, just the two of them, but I would keep them at bay.
Yeah, maybe.
But I would say this episode was actually good. The burning session was good. I like this season instead of the other one.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So that was it for this episode. So stay tuned for our next live, which I don't know yet. We still have some more videos we have to catch up to. Please continue to like, subscribe, comment our videos, share our videos.
And don't forget to hit that smash that like button while you're here. And thank you for the engagement and joining our chat.
And don't forget the notification button so you know when we go live.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies. Good night.
And we'll see you again soon this weekend.
Bye.
Bye.